Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
President Trump on the brink of being impeached for a second time, with House Democrats moving quickly to set up a vote this week.
A local woman driving her normal route through Oakland County when her windshield is shattered, hit by falling concrete.
But we begin with a new warning tonight from the FBI of armed protests at the state capitals of all 50 states. This comes on the heels of the Capitol Commission's unanimous decision today to ban the open carry of weapons inside the state capitol in Lansing.
As our Jason Colthorpe reports, just doing that, some feel could make things worse.
It could make it harder to detect a threat here at the Capitol, where lawmakers, some of them anyway, have had discussions with colleagues that go beyond just legislation and to the absurd, like, do you think we should be wearing bulletproof vests? State police say troopers are keeping a closer eye on the state capitol tonight, and MSP says it will initiate and enforce the ban on open carry for firearms passed by the Capitol Commission Monday.
If I'm very honest, I think that the action today is potentially worse than doing nothing.
With no checkpoints inside the Capitol, State Senator Mallory McMorrow says now it's harder for sergeants at arms to spot weapons if they can be concealed. She and others, including the governor and the attorney general, want a more comprehensive approach, a ban on all weapons and possibly metal detectors and tighter security.
These are anti-government extremists who don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. They want to overthrow governments, and we've seen FBI reports that there are going to be demonstrations in all 50 state capitals.
The FBI doesn't comment on intelligence, but it did tell us this regarding Michigan's scheduled protest on January 17th. Our focus is not on peaceful protesters, but on those threatening their safety and the safety of other citizens with violence and destruction of property.
We have a responsibility to make sure, not just for us doing our job, but for everybody who comes to visit, that it's a safe place. And especially right now, it is ludicrous not to take further action.
Incoming Republican Speaker of the House, Jason Wentworth, disagreed with the commission's vote, saying it does not have the authority to set policy here at the Capitol, and that he would be looking at options dealing with that moving forward. At the Capitol in Lansing tonight, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
All right, Jason, we've got breaking news now just in from southbound 275, where more than a dozen cars have flat tires from debris all over the road.
Tim Pamplin is live at the scene near 8 Mile. Tim, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, coming in. This is, like you say, 275 southbound, just south of 8 Mile, between a dozen and 15 vehicles, all with flat tires, including one MSP Cruiser. Police vehicle's got a flat tire. They zoom in here, you'll see debris. It's wood and nails. A truck came southbound, lost pallets or something, and now there's wood and nails strewn across the southbound lanes. Police are trying to figure out how they're going to get this all cleaned up. Again, 275 southbound at 8 Mile down to one lane while they try and get this mess cleaned up. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Tim, we will keep an eye on that. Updates as they are possible. Now, with 9 days left in office, President Trump could become the first president ever to be impeached twice. Today, House Democrats unveiling their impeachment resolution, charging the president with a count of incitement of insurrection following last week's riot at the Capitol. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says Democrats will bring the resolution to a vote this week if Vice President Mike Pence doesn't invoke the 25th Amendment to have Trump removed from office. But sources tell NBC News the vice president is unlikely to act, setting up an impeachment vote as early as Wednesday. Now, 6 of Michigan's 7 House Democrats are on record supporting impeachment so far.
I know many people see impeachment as political, but I take the oath very seriously.
If he's not impeached, he will start campaigning on the 21st of January.
Now, no Republican member of Michigan's congressional delegation has publicly supported impeachment. However, newly sworn-in Congressman Peter Meyer of Grand Rapids says he is strongly considering it, though has not yet made a final decision. All right, now to the coronavirus, with Governor Whitmer taking action to buy an additional 100,000 doses of vaccine.
The governor is seeking permission from the federal government to purchase the doses directly from Pfizer. It comes as demand for the vaccine is extremely high, with supply at our local counties running low. Meanwhile, the state today announced it has started making the weekly $300 federal unemployment payments to eligible residents. Those payments run through March 13th. The state releasing new numbers from the past 2 days, reporting 4,536 new cases and 47 new deaths from COVID-19. In Oakland County, the county health department is in talks with the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi to administer the vaccine as a drive-through location. Nothing has been finalized, and there is no opening date as of now. One local leader who's been outspoken about the state's rollout of the vaccine has been Macomb County Executive Mark Hackel. He will be live tomorrow morning at 6:30 on Local 4 News Today to talk about what the county is doing to get as many shots in arms as it can.
For the second straight year, the North American International Auto Show will not be held due to the coronavirus pandemic. However, there will be a reimagined all-outdoor event in Pontiac. That'll be called Motor Bella. It'll run from September 21st through the 26th at the M1 Concourse. Organizers say the event will feature various car brands with vehicle displays that include showcasing vehicle performance as well as new products and technologies.
Taking another asset in the Detroit area, Metro Detroit area, like we have at M1 Concourse, is a good option. We're not moving the North American International Auto Show. We're putting it on pause. This is a whole new event.
North American International Auto Show then set to return to the TCF Center in downtown Detroit in 2022. A Clarkston woman was driving her normal route on Dixie Highway near I-75 when she heard a large boom.
Her windshield was shattered, and it turns out a piece of crumbling overpass is to blame. Mara McDonald live in Springfield Township. Mara, this woman's very fortunate she wasn't hurt.
Kimberly, that's the overpass we're talking about here, and wait till you see her windshield. This is what the exit 93 overpass at Dixie Highway in 75 looks like tonight. Chunks of concrete shredding off, one of which landed on Tracy Moonan's windshield yesterday.
My entire windshield had shattered, and then the impact was so intense, it actually took my rearview mirror and snapped it off.
Moonan pulled over, tried to calm her racing heart. She and her daughter had been out just doing errands. At first, she wondered if someone had thrown something, but the Oakland County Sheriff's Department got out here in minutes and assessed what happened.
They pulled in, in front of me and behind me, came up to the car and looked at it, and he goes, "Yeah, son, the bridge just fell on your car."
For now, Moonan has a deductible to pay and has already filed a claim with MDOT. The bigger issue is why a bridge in Oakland County is in such disrepair to begin with.
It's absolutely insane. I mean, at the very least, they should go out there, and if it looks like the concrete is starting to peel off, do stuff like they do out in Colorado where they put netting around it to make sure that if it does fall off, that it's not going to fall on somebody.
Back here live, the Sheriff's Department says that the piece of bridge that hit her windshield was about the size of a baseball. Had it been any larger, it would have shattered the entire windshield, and that piece would have ended up right on her. We are live in Springfield Township tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. A historic night in Royal Oak as the city swears in its first black city commissioner.
Yeah, Monica Hunt was sworn in tonight over Zoom. She was chosen from more than 30 applicants to fill the vacant seat of former Commissioner Randy Lavasseur, who resigned. Hunt's term expires in November.
Still ahead, the average cost for a new car has hit a record high.
Why prices have consistently gone up in the past year despite the pandemic and its impact on the economy. Here comes Ben.
Devin and Kim, clouds kept us from even getting to the freezing mark today, but we'll do better tomorrow, and we're staring at a pair of 40s midweek. That's before snow. All of that coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, Ben, but first, a Detroit man has been fighting for freedom now for nearly 50 years for a crime many believe he didn't commit.
Talented man who has suffered since February of 1973 for something he had absolutely, positively nothing to do with.
And tonight, a major development in his case that could help set him free. And it's next.